lucky can you get? America's easy. That's why everybody wants to come here. People haven't plotted and schemed for 50 years saying if I could just get to Poland, everything would be okay. No. The boat people are not desperately trying to get to Vietnam. No. They're not squeezing through the fence to try to get into Mexico. No. Neil Diamond says, looks like everybody's heading for... They're all coming to America. Why? Everybody wants to come here by every means possible to get here. Why? Because America's easy. So if you go home with anything, go home with that. Mr. Owen reminded us that America's easy. He got rich by the time he's 31. America's easy. Bangladesh is hard. Just take that home. Here's the average yearly income in Bangladesh, $120. That would be hard. Tell me hard versus easy. So America's easy. Cambodia would be hard. The Khmer Rouge killed 2 million Cambodians to make communism work. That's hard. America is easy. India would be hard. They got their challenges these days. Tough. America's easy. China would be really hard. Underline really and make a study. It's hard. America's easy. And now in about 90 days you can have that memorized. I'm telling you, that's all you need. I got rich by the time I was 31. I lived in America. America's easy. Now here's number 2. I found an opportunity. That's all you got to do in America, search for an opportunity. Take the first one, right? Try it. If that isn't it, it leads to another. One door closes, another door opens. This is what's exciting about America. It's full of opportunity. A chance to try, and then what? Try again, and then what? Try again, never run out of opportunity to try. See if you can't better your life and your health and your future and your bank account and your income. Make
Good morning, guys. Dakota back with another live stream. Today is Friday, September 3rd, 2021. Hopping on live stream every single weekday at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hop on here, go through the charts that I'm paying attention to, and any charts that are requested in the live chat. Also, I'm doing a backtesting project. All right. So after I get through the live charts, at least the first time, I go back through and review. Well, I backtest, then I go back and review the live charts that we talked about in the morning. All right. Give me 1 second to click a few things and get started. Click there, click here, click that, bang. I clicked everything I needed to click just now. Now we can continue. Alright, so obviously we got news going on here. It's 8:30. We'll be on the live stream for that to actually happen. NFP is happening today. Oops, did not mean to show that. But I've already shown it before you guys. There's some streams that I've already shown that and put some detail in on it. Okay, reviewing setups from yesterday. EURUSD was a 1 hour setup. Fortunately, price didn't retrace all the way to 61.8. It just continued pushing pretty much off the 38.2, but it didn't quite get to that level. So, fortunately, no entry there. Now, next, that could potentially happen. I mean, could consider this entire thing our new impulse now, and then wait for a correction here, which I'm gonna do since we don't have a legitimate pullback here, right? And then our levels, yeah, my prime level is going to be the 50. So that means I need to see aggressive movement today down to this level, and then possibly an entry come next week maybe. Yeah, that sounds about right. or price just pushes up, right? One of the two things. Also, I could just have my fibs in the wrong area and be the 61.8 alternatively. Personally, I like this level a lot more. Okay, let me play out scenarios. Let me bring this to the side. Let me delete this. First scenario. What's the first thing that would happen? The first thing that could happen is price reaches this level here. Okay, before it reaches that second level. The price is gonna reach this if it retraces or if it goes down, no matter what, before it reaches the level that I'm interested in. Okay, so if price comes down to this level, let's take our fibs from the lowest low first. That'll be 38.2. In this situation, what do we have? We have a break of we have a possible reversal. Yeah, hold on. Okay. Okay, so I can actually take that because we have a daily descending channel. Price broke out of that descending channel. We have 38.2 entry. Yeah, that's a trade that I'm willing to take. Okay, so we have this 38.2, right? That's the first thing that would happen. Now, alternatively, let's say price breaks through that level and goes down to this 50 Fibonacci level. I like these fibs here. No matter what, it's going to be a Fibonacci level, right? Now, price have to retrace it down all the way up to this level, but possibly break the trend line because I'd like to see an entry on Monday, but I can't really control the time and day, that type of thing. But I like to see a correction down to this level and look for a buy there. But something interesting, prices already tested that level, making it less attractive. Okay, so yeah, this is the prime level. This is what I'm going to be paying attention to for now. And this is the setup I'm going to be watching. Right here, right there. $18,505. Open image in new tab. I swear I have never seen that before. Has that always been there? Okay. I don't think that's always been there. Because for the past few days I've been trying to figure out why does it keep opening a new tab when I just try to copy the link. Could have swore right below, like copying the link was just Twitter. Let's delete that. Go up here. There you see. And reply to this previous message. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, next, your JPY. Your JPY, I'm looking for a 4-hour correction. Okay. something of interest to me right now, which is obviously it's really clear, right? So waiting on a correction, we have this 1 hour trend line here, and then I mean, like, there's a 1 hour selling opportunity. Right, 1 hour setups there, 1 hour selling opportunity. If price breaks that trend line, wait for a correction, then look to sell down to this area. Boom. Obviously, you're gonna place your stops above this high here, because price could, like within this, give us that first impulse, give us the correction, and then the correction be the 78.6. It can do that several times, and if it's lower than 78.6 to 88.6, and if it's lower than the high of the impulse, it's can easily be stopped out pretty aggressively. All right, so it's something to pay attention to. Would I be willing to take that today? No. Don't want to enter on this type of move on Friday. If next week we still have this solid setup here, yeah, that's something I'm interested in taking. Okay, dollar Swiss. Looks like my scaling opportunity. Looks like my scaling opportunity is about to hit SL. Oh, my MT4 has already done so. Okay, so looking for price to continue pushing down right now. If price does reverse, it reverses, and I'll be stopped out at break even on the next trade, or on my initial trade. Let's go down to 1 hour to where I actually entered these. And this is wrong, we entered right there. Yeah, perfect. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna copy that, send it again because I didn't respond to yesterday's message on dollar Swiss. Copy. Here it is. I'm actually looking for an aggressive push down too. Alright, so I'm planning on holding this for blood. Alright, that's done. Let's go to the next one, which is not on my list. We're gonna go to gold. So gold is still rejecting this level. It's like just made this rejection like more. It's giving us another buying opportunity, pretty much, right? Don't believe it was this period that I said there was another buying opportunity coming. It may have been. I know we were in this area, and I was saying, okay, price could come down to this level. We could look for it to push up, but I wasn't thinking, oh, there's another entry opportunity there. So, but nevertheless, price came back down to our entry level. We definitely have a buying signal there on lower time frame. We don't even have to. I only have to go to lower time frame to check that. Just look at the wicks, and you can clearly see. Let's say if you only do engulfing candles as your final candlestick confirmation. Of course, there's engulfing candles within wicks like that. Looking for price push up, break these highs, and then just scale up to that area. That's pretty much it. So no update on there. Let's go to US 30. US 30 USD. Okay, what I'm seeing now. Oh no, don't do that. Alt T, not Control T. We could possibly see a ascending channel here. That'd be interesting. Alright, price is like consolidating, slowly moving up, and not really making new lows. So could just form this here instead of coming all the way down to this level. I still like this idea. I'm gonna keep it here. But for now, we have to look at what's going on right now. Okay, and right now it looks like price is still going to be pushing up, at least to the next level. Let's go to 15. Yeah, it's too late. Okay, if price comes back down to that level, that's an interesting buying opportunity. Unfortunately, it breaks the trend line, so that would be a low probability setup, and depending on how it breaks the trend line is going to depend on whether we enter or not, or it's a solid entry or not, right? So if it breaks the trend line impulsively, then no, do not enter. If it breaks the trend line correctively, test this level, gives us a buying opportunity or a buy signal, then it's good to enter. Okay, price could come a bit lower too. Yeah, but yeah, if that trend line breaks, I do like to see it come down to the bottom of this channel. But with this channel, like with how this channel is forming, looking for it to push up one more time to the top here before breaking down to the downside. So let me just send that out. And we'll see if it happens or not. It either will or it won't. I've been copying the full image. Okay, next, Bitcoin. For our on Bitcoin, beautiful impulse correction. Look for price to continue to scale up. It's reached this high, hasn't broken this high. We're talking about struggles. We're struggling here right now. But I'm confident that it'll continue to push up, honestly. Honestly, need a stronger sell signal than that. But yeah, so no update there. Still holding, looking for it to continue to push up. Other than that, we have to review CAD-JPY because it was requested yesterday. Okay, yesterday CAD-JPY, I believe we were about right here. Something like this. Alright. No, it was like this. Had this nice little ascending channel going on right now. I believe we were a little lower than that though. And then I was looking for price to move to the downside. Like if price breaks that low, breaks this trend line here, which I have an alert on. Looking for a correction, then looking for a sell, which I still prefer over like the continuation to the upside. Let's go ahead and reevaluate and make sure that we're seeing the right things. Okay, that's the only one. Price hasn't broken that high yet, so I can't say we're buying yet. Especially with the type of movement that we have right here. So until we get a break, this is the markup right now. Possibly get that third touch and then we get a rejection from that point. In this scenario, I still like sales. I still like the sell. Still getting more confirmation for the sell than the buy. I need I need this to move differently if I'm going to be buying. Oh man. Alright, so that's the out. Okay, and just give me a minute. I am going to take a quick break before I hop into the backtesting. If you guys do have any questions, type it out in live chat during the break. Otherwise, like when I get to backtesting, I won't be looking at it until after, which is going to be an hour at 8:30. Okay, so I'll catch you guys in a minute.
I didn't want to lose. And it doesn't make any sense. You know, that person has literally moved their stop there because they don't want to lose money, but nothing to do with technicals, and yet they're telling me they're a fucking technical trader. So I've come to realize over time, as I'm sure many of you have, that markets often punish those that enter the market at obvious pattern trigger points. So, for example, typically, if I'm going to sell in an area like this, what I'm almost always going to do is offset the position and buy back as the market looks particularly weak. Okay, so as it breaks the low, we're using some of the available liquidity to buy back our positions, okay, and wait and see what happens under there. Because a lot of the time, when the market breaks prior swing lows on momentum, there is often a stitch up. Oftentimes, there'll be a squeeze that's just enough to try and take out the weak hands that entered at a disadvantageous price. So, you know, for me, I get out, I wait and see. If we get acceptance underneath these areas, then you'll find that a lot of the time, you can get back in on a retest. Because again, what happens here, and this is, you know, the infamous break-even move, that even if you sell underneath here and it does keep going, before long, it's usually going to come back, as the market often does, and retest the pattern trigger point. And again, a lot of these guys that have seen their profits are not going to want to lose, so they're going to move to break-even. And of course, they're going to be buying straight back into the prior low. And oftentimes, you see the market do this, and then people whining about how they got stopped out at break-even. So think about why you're moving to break even. I know there'll be times when you can move to break even and it's fine to do so, but are you moving to break even just because you don't want to lose money? And I would say that is the wrong decision to make. So now we are going to move on to things I have actually received via email. These are from people that genuinely want to succeed. I can tell because they've been at it for months, in some cases years, and I've known them for a long time. And that is why I call this little slide soul-destroying snippets, because every time I read one of these fucking comments, a little bit of me dies. And that's why I want to try and give this reality check. Okay, so people say this: I want the big money. I want the big money. You want the big money, but you've got an account smaller than Donald Trump's dick, for fuck's sake. I mean, it will invariably mean that you take too much risk and blow the account. There's no two ways about it. I did this for years. I wanted the big money, and it caused a lot of problems in my trading. And it manifested itself, actually, in two ways. The first was that try and make big money, I always bet too large for my account. And as we all know, if you do that, a string of losers is going to wipe you out, and you are going to get a string of losers, okay? It's as guaranteed as fucking death and taxes. The only people that don't get strings of losers are Twitter traders. Everybody else that is trading for a living, including the top professional traders working for fucking banks, institutions, prop firms, hedge funds, they're going to have strings of losers, several losers in a row. Sometimes you're going to lose for periods, several weeks in a row. I know pro traders that have made millions in this game that have had periods where they've lost for several months in a row. It happens, but it's like a taboo subject out there. People don't want to talk about it, obviously, because it's an affront to your ego, but it will happen. So if you get that when you're trading too large, you're going to blow that account. But the thing is, when I used prudent risk management, and I thought, okay, Tom, look, you can't go 10% on every single trade trying to build an account because you're going to blow it all. You got to do 1% risk a trade. Then I found that I just mismanaged all my winning trades. The reason I mismanaged the winning trades is because I would sit there with a swing trading strategy, looking for my 3 or 4 high probability trades a week. So day 1, I might sit there and I'm watching the market move, but I don't get a trade on. Day 2, I'm watching the market move, nothing in the morning. In the afternoon, trade sets up. I crack it with my fucking £500 account at 1% risk. I'm basically risking pennies per pip on the trade. And I get in and the trade works and it goes up 50 pips or what have you. And I look at my P&L and I've made 20 fucking pounds. And you think to yourself, Jesus Christ, I've waited a day and a half and I've made £20. I'm never going to get anywhere. And people say, oh, well, think in percentages. Think of the percentage increase in your account. I mean, this is just a thing that people say that has no fucking bearing on reality, okay? Because it's all well and good to say think of the percentage return, but we don't. We look at the money and we feel debilitated because we feel like we spent a lot of time and we haven't seen a lot of money. And so what I would do is I would try and run everything. And I would say, you know what? At the small size I'm on, I got to run this fucking 300 pips to make any kind of decent money, which means that suddenly 1 minute I'm on an hourly chart, the next minute I'm on a weekly and a fucking monthly chart trying to find reasons to run that trade. And all the time I would just see these winners come back to losers as I try to run them. And of course, on top of that, I'm getting the natural losers that occur on any strategy, so all I'm doing is I'm losing money. So I'm fucked either way. I take too much risk, I'm fucked. I take prudent risk, I'm fucked. But it all comes from the fact that you're trading with a small account. There's 2 things that you can do. One thing that you can do that will work, most likely, is funding a decent size account with meaningful money. But most people just don't have that money that they can commit to a trading account. So the only other thing you can do is just commit to the long haul. And it's easy for me to say it, but it's hard because you've got to start looking at this business in terms of years, okay? Not fucking days, not weeks, and no, not even months before you get what you want to be. Years. If you start with $1,000 account, I'm sorry, but you're looking at years before you're going to be making any kind of decent money. And people don't want to hear it, but it is true. It's true. The other thing I would say regarding the money in general is stop thinking about the money altogether. Money gravitates towards those who don't dream about it. I got an email from someone the other day that said, I want to dare to dream. I want to dare to dream. Stop fucking dreaming. Bunch of fucking fairies dreaming all day about being rich. Oh, wouldn't it be nice if I could afford a black Lamborghini with number plates, ledge 1? No, it won't be nice because you won't have the fucking time to drive it. You'll be too busy working to maintain your edge. If you're new, let me get this straight. This is insanely hard work, okay? Insanely hard work. And you will work until you drop. You'll probably lose your health. You'll get fucking back pain, eye strain, headache, stress. Then there's the money you're going to lose. The strain on your relationships as you become gradually more introspective and moody with this roller coaster of a market taking its toll. And after all of that, you might not make it. And if you do make it, if you're lucky enough to be one of the few that makes it, you've got to remember that the market will likely change at some point. So this will cause you even more stress as you try and keep up with it. And I'm sorry that a lot of you guys don't want to hear this, but nobody else is going to tell you this. And I'm not saying it because, I don't think you should get into trading, but I'm saying be fucking real about the business if you're going to get into it and stack the odds in your favor by not wasting time with shit, okay? Like point number 2 here. Point number 2. This is a real email that I got in the last couple of weeks. I shit you not. I'm scalping pound yen for 5 to 10 pips. It's not easy because my spread is 4 pips, but it's going well so far. How many trades has that guy done if he's saying that's going well so far? If he's done more than 10 fucking trades, I'll saw my own dick off. I mean, get a fucking grip. Scalping the pound yen for 5 to 10 pips with a spread of 4 pips. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I mean, you lift the offer and you're out half to 1 already. And the person that sent me this is probably watching this and thinking, this Dante is a fucking cunt. Well, maybe I am, but I'm just trying to lay it out there because it's painful for me seeing, people write to me and say these things. This is another one. Someone texted me this the other day. I got a loser, but I was getting my hair cut and couldn't see the charts properly on the phone. I mean, don't get me wrong. I actually check markets from my phone. And, you can use the phone to adjust orders, but trying to scout whilst in the fucking barbers. I mean, you'd lose in the head-to-head with Stevie Wonder. Get out. get out to that person that just said they're using a watch to trade. What is this, fucking Knight Rider? But you know why people are doing it? Because once again, they're using Twitter and they're using Instagram and they're looking at all these ballers trying to trade pound-dollar off their phone. And they think that's acceptable. It's not acceptable. Real traders, professional traders aren't trading off a fucking phone or a watch. Right, number 4. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. I will get confident when I'm profitable. Right, because I often say to people, you need confidence. So I will get confident when I'm profitable. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to be confident, or at least trade with confidence, to get profitable in the first place. There is like this kind of circular logic that you can see on the screen. So a lot of people say, listen, I'm not confident at the moment because I'm not making any money, but I will be as soon as I see results. Right? And this leads to this. I'm so unconfident that I keep second-guessing myself on trades and badly managing those that I take. But hey, shit, I'm not confident, but I will be as soon as I see results. And it goes round and round and round. If you procrastinate when you're about to pull the trigger, if you have 3 losing trades and you shit yourself and won't step up for the 4th one, these are all confidence issues, okay? And it's not going to magically work that one morning you're going to wake up and you're going to be profitable and brimming with confidence. You have to be confident first. I'll tell you that all the guys that I've known that have either got profitable with or without my help have been extremely confident people. They've been the people that have been saying, I'm going to make it in this game, and they've put their head down and they've worked hard, but you haven't been able to knock their spirit, and they'll be able to go through drawdown and remain strong. It's not a game for people that are weak, to be honest with you. The market will take its pound of flesh. You have to be strong. You have to be confident. 3 stupid fucking mistakes to be making in your trading. Well, these are probably the most common. I actually did a Periscope on this relatively recently, but we'll go through them again now. Number 1, letting a bias infect your thinking. So basically getting hooked on a bias. So there's nothing wrong with having a bias. I use one when I trade, so sometimes I look at the charts and I say, right, I've got a strong feeling we're going to go up today, and I'll get long and I'll try and hold my long position. But it becomes a problem when you start talking your book. You need to watch the price action and watch how it's responding to your belief that it is going to go up. So in this example that I've got here, the trader gets long on the break of resistance. The market makes a double top, and they start saying something like, this is just going to be a temporary double top. Nothing to worry about. Then should bounce here off the price support level. Oh, no, it's broken lower. But don't worry, this is just a flush of those that bought the previous double bottom. It's going to bounce here. Actually, once it's flushed out everyone that's long, apart from me, because I'm not a cunt, it'll flush everyone else out, and then it's going to go vertical. Fucking hell, I can't get out down here. There's no way I'm losing this much money. Shit, I'm really doing my arse here. Fuck, I got to get out. And then, of course, the age-old classic, I swear I won't do this again for at least a month. But again, there's nothing wrong with having a bias, but you need to make sure that you are watching the market and reacting to the price action. Now, there's a grey line between reacting and overreacting. You don't want to micromanage a chart. I saw somebody the other day that took a trade off a daily chart and was managing it on a 1 minute. You're dense, I'm sorry. That is just stupid. I've seen people doing many different varieties of that. One guy was justifying a trade off a monthly chart that he was looking to run, but managing it on a 15-minute. Stupidity, absolute stupidity, as far as I'm concerned. Tell me if you think I'm being harsh here, but I honestly think that is stupid. Maybe it's just me. But anyway, what I'm saying is that you can't micromanage, but you got to generally watch the price action on the time frame you've got in and think, is this looking good for my position?
Okay. Have the potential to process information and the kind of interpretations that we can make. You can always tell what people believe based on their behavior. You can always extrapolate their behavior back to a belief. because it takes energy to express ourselves. Now think about this. There's any number of ways in any given moment that each of us can express ourselves, meaning interact with whatever environmental forces are attendant upon any particular situation. It takes energy to express ourselves, and we will express ourselves in some way that is consistent with what? With what we believe is true in the moment, right? Are you guys with me on this? So if I really got good at this, I could take anybody's outward behavior in relationship to the circumstances and really say, well, this is what they had to believe to behave this way. This is what they had to believe to behave this way. So what can we say about the people that walked by the sign? They didn't believe it. They were operating out of a belief that free money does not exist. And in most cases, it does not. In this particular day, it did. It was real. It was true. Anything can happen. Every moment is unique. And what about the people? So what we have here, and this is what's really critically important for you to understand. I need another one of these. What's the other one? Can't find that other blank one. Oh, here it is. Okay. Consistency is the result of a state of mind. So we have positive, we have negative. In other words, we have degrees of fear and degrees of confidence, okay? Confidence is positive energy, fear is negative energy. And what we want as traders, ideally, is to be in a confident state of mind, a confident, carefree state of mind, without the potential to define and interpret the up and down ticks in any particular painful way. So what we have in this situation with the free money is that every single belief that people were operating out of caused them to tap into a particular state of mind, from, let's say, from positive to negative, based on their interpretation. So we could say that the panhandler who asked for a quarter, got exactly what he asked for, and so therefore, he was tapped into some degree of a positive state of mind, right? Now, the people who were actually going out of their way to avoid him, what could we say about their state of mind? Their belief and their state of mind. Negative, some degree of fear. In other words, first of all, let's look at the interpretation. They see the sign clearly says free money today only. And so the first thing that happens is that their belief that free money doesn't exist acts as a counteracting force against the force of those words, saying, okay, that's not true. They deny the existence of the words, that's not true, and therefore, but this creates a conflict. And our minds don't like to be in a state of conflict or confusion. And so we have to reconcile the conflict in some way. In other words, there is evidence that says that my belief that free money doesn't exist is right here in the environment, where it creates this conflicting force. How do we resolve the conflict? We justify it in some way by saying, okay, since that's not true, this guy must be crazy. And if he's crazy, he might be dangerous. And therefore, as a result, I am going to take a wide berth around him. So as soon as I interpreted that information in a way that caused me to define him as dangerous, it tapped me into some degree of a negative state of mind, okay, because of my fear. Now, let's take a hypothetical situation. Let's say somebody saw the sign and says to themselves, oh, okay, what if? What if? He walks up to the guy and says, okay, give me 20 bucks. Guy pulls out $20 out of his pocket and gives it to him. What's going to happen now? No, not everyone else saw that. Okay, just say that he did it. And what's going to happen to the person that asked for the money? What? No, well, not he could. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, in other words, yeah, something has to happen. In other words, his belief about that free money doesn't exist is going to change. Not necessarily. You never know. It's hard. I mean, every circumstance is really different when it comes to this. But the point that I'm making is that his belief that free money doesn't exist will change. They'll draw some of the energy out of it. Maybe not all of it. But this is, in essence, what we're going to have to do as traders to install those 5 fundamental truths that I had up a moment ago. We're going to have to change the way we think if you want to create consistent results. But I'm going to finish with the example. Hold on one second. Let me finish the example. So what ends up happening is that he's got the 20 bucks in his pocket, and what he's going to do is he's going to end up going back to the office or go home, and virtually everyone, because there's some really powerful implications here. Virtually everyone is going to say the exact same words to whoever it is they encounter, like their spouse or their friends or whatever. You won't believe what happened to me today. But 3 words, you won't believe. And you're right, they probably won't. Because their belief that free money doesn't exist will say, no, that's not true. I don't believe you. And like somebody said before, what could flip him in from, let's say he's walking around in a positive state of mind because he got free money, he got a nice pleasant surprise from the environment, didn't expect it. But what could cause that state of mind to go from positive all the way down to negative? What's that? No, the moment he thinks, or someone says to him, well, why didn't he ask for 100? Why didn't he ask for more? Yeah, and it flips, missed opportunity. Then flips from positive to negative, missed opportunity. Now see, here's the problem with these negative states of mind, and why these negative states of mind make it virtually impossible for us to create consistent results. It doesn't mean you won't create results. It doesn't mean you won't have winning trades. All I'm saying is that you will always have the potential to create these huge catastrophic drawdowns. And when I say catastrophic drawdowns, because somebody asked me that, like the question in Toronto 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, what's a catastrophic drawdown? Well, I've worked with traders who were multimillionaires, and a catastrophic drawdown for them was, $1,000. They didn't have the tolerance to lose $1,000. So it's different for everybody. But the point that I'm making is that if we're trading with any degree of fear, what ends up happening is that fear as an energy has a very negative effect on our ability to stay objectively focused in the now moment opportunity flow. In other words, fear has the effect of narrowing our focus of attention onto the object of our fear so that we end up creating the very experience we're trying to avoid. So if I'm afraid of being wrong, I'll make myself wrong based on my interpretation of the information. If I'm afraid of losing money, I will cause myself to lose money based on my interpretation of the information. If I'm afraid of missing out, if I'm afraid of leaving money on the table, I will create these very circumstances that I'm trying to avoid. Go ahead.
Why can't we apply that same principle to greed?
To what?
Greed.
You're going to have to...
We do this for fear, greed. We believe
Yeah.
we need something that makes us fearful. Why can't we have that for greed? So we have more greed and we can make more money and believe we make more money. Why is
Well, because the problem is because greed is the fear of there not being enough. The underlying fear behind greed is that there won't be enough, and I've got to get mine. And the I got to get mine part, causes us to do things. It causes us to do things that are going to be inappropriate in relationship to what the market's offering in that moment. It's
greed is actually a form of fear.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. What else could it be? The only reason why we're greedy is because we think it's not going to be there for me. There isn't enough. Okay, well, look, I lost my train of thought here. I was going to get into something. What was I going to say? Oh, no, yeah, okay. No, I got it. Yeah, here's, see, so what we've got to do here, I just want to give you the example of how fear causes us to narrow our focus of attention. I'll give you a graphic example of what I'm talking about. If I've defined that as support and I'm operating out of a fear of being wrong, typical trader, we've got 4 fears: being wrong, losing money, missing out, leaving money on the table. Those 4 fears are basically what's going to cause all those errors that we're talking about up there, okay? Now, if I'm operating out of a fear of being wrong, the first thing that's going to happen is that I will not want to predefine my risk, right? Therefore, I will gather whatever evidence is necessary for me to get into that trade to have convinced myself that it's going.
Okay, so I'm gonna just mute that, just in case it keeps turning on and off. And is my internet good right now? Cool. So finish backtesting. And reviewing the charts. Today was kind of a rough day to get through that. Mentally. So I switched from music to obviously audio. But looking at dollar Swiss, right? Dollar Swiss just pushed down very aggressively. Looking for price hit targets down there. And obviously NFPs just came out, so we'll see where that ultimately goes and how that candle closes in about 20 minutes. I'm gonna be off the live stream by then though. Euro USD, same thing, pushed up. It means gold may have pushed up as well. Oops. It did. What else? Bitcoin should have pushed up too. Well, before Bitcoin, let's talk about US30. We'll talk about Bitcoin last. US30 pushed down, broke the trend line earlier than what I wanted to see, but that's fine as long as it scales down to that area that we're looking for. That I'm looking for down here. I'm good with that. Let's go to Bitcoin. Don't think I use Coinbase. Why are things moving so slow right now? Bitcoin has broken. Oh my goodness. You know what that means. Well, it'll be better if it closes above, but hey, it's over now. Game over. Look, you know what's that thing people say? What have y'all been saying for the past like year? To the moon. There we go. To the moon. It's time. Alright, other than that, I guess I'll take a quick look at CAD/JPY, but I mean, like, there's nothing to really talk about right now. There's nothing to really do. Yep, okay, so I'll catch you guys later. Hope you all have a good day. A good weekend. Make sure you put in some work on the weekends. Weekends are probably the best time, definitely the best time to put in work because the market's not moving. There's nothing to distract you. Most people aren't working. But, yeah, it's an amazing time to study and get some work done, gather some stacks, and prepare for the week or month even better. Alright, I'll catch you guys later.